Today, the world of cinema mourns the passing of a true legend. Claudia Cardinale, the radiant Italian actress who embodied elegance, strength, and timeless beauty, has left us. She passed away on Tuesday, September 23rd, 2025, at the age of 87. With her departure, we lose not just a beloved actress, but a piece of cinema's golden history. For more than 6 decades, she graced screens in Italy, France, Hollywood, and beyond, becoming a symbol of grace and independence. Her passing leaves fans, fellow actors, and film lovers around the world with heavy hearts. Early life. Claudia's story began far from the glitter of Rome or Paris. She was born on April 15, 1938, in La Goulette, a small seaside district in Tunis, which was then part of French Tunisia. Her family was Sicilian, with her father Francesco working as a railway employee and her mother Yolande coming from a family of Sicilian shipbuilders. Growing up, Claudia spoke French and Tunisian Arabic before she ever learned Italian. As a girl, she was not immediately drawn to acting. In fact, she was shy and initially dreamed of becoming a teacher. Fate intervened in her teenage years. In 1957, she won the title of the most beautiful Italian girl in Tunisia. That single event changed everything. The prize was a trip to the Venice Film Festival, where she caught the attention of producers. In that instant, an accidental beauty queen began the journey toward becoming one of the most celebrated actresses in Europe. Rise to stardom. Cardinale's early career in Italy was meteoric. She joined Rome's famous Centro Sperimentale di Cinematografia film school and quickly found herself in front of the camera. By the late 1950s, she was appearing in Italian films, but it was in the early 1960s that she truly rose to prominence. Her performances in Rocco and His Brothers in 1960 and Girl with a Suitcase in 1961 revealed both her dramatic depth and screen magnetism. Soon after, she starred in Luchino Visconti's grand historical epic The Leopard in 1963. In the very same year, she appeared in Federico Fellini's masterpiece 8½, one of the most iconic films in world cinema. By then, Claudia Cardinale was no longer just an actress, she was an international star, Hollywood and international fame. As her reputation grew, Hollywood came calling. Cardinale made her American debut in The Pink Panther in 1963, acting alongside David Niven and Peter Sellers. This film introduced her to global audiences and paved the way for more international productions. She went on to appear in The Professionals in 1966, a film that showcased her alongside Burt Lancaster and Lee Marvin. But perhaps her most iconic international role came in 1968, when she starred as Jill McBain in Sergio Leone's epic western Once Upon a Time in the West. Her portrayal of a widowed woman determined to survive in a brutal frontier world remains one of the most memorable female performances in the history of cinema. Career through the decades. Claudia Cardinale never confined herself to one market. She seamlessly balanced work in Italy, France, and international projects. In the 1970s, she experimented with diverse roles, appearing in comedies, dramas, and historical films. She also collaborated with visionary directors such as Werner Herzog in Fitzcarraldo in 1982, where she played the romantic partner of Klaus Kinski's larger-than-life character. Through the 1990s and early 2000s, she appeared in films less frequently, yet she remained active and highly respected. Her later career was marked by recognition and tributes. She received Lifetime Achievement Awards from festivals across Europe and was honored for her humanitarian work as much as for her artistry, lifestyle, and personality. Despite her global fame, Claudia Cardinale lived life on her own term. She never fully embraced the Hollywood star system and preferred to remain in Europe, where she felt more connected to her roots and artistic freedom. Her lifestyle was elegant but grounded. Unlike many stars of her time, she avoided excessive scandal and instead cultivated an image of dignity and independence. She was known for her strong will. Cardinale once said that she never allowed herself to be typecast, fighting to play characters that reflected strength rather than fragility. She represented a new kind of woman in cinema, independent, determined, and unapologetically powerful. Away from the cameras, she loved literature, music, and travel. She spoke multiple languages fluently and valued privacy, often retreating from the spotlight when filming rap. Humanitarian work. In the year 2000, Claudia Cardinale was appointed as a UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador. She used her voice to advocate for women's rights and gender equality around the world. Her activism was not a passing phase, but a lifelong commitment. Through speeches, charity events, and campaigns, she demonstrated that her heart was as remarkable as her talent. Family and relationships. Claudia's personal life was marked by resilience. At a very young age, she gave birth to her son Patrick. In the conservative climate of the 1950s, this was not an easy path, and she initially raised him quietly while pursuing her career. She later married Italian film producer Franco Cristaldi in 1966. Though their marriage eventually ended in annulment, Cristaldi remained a significant figure in her professional life. In 1974, she found lasting companionship with Italian director Pasquale Squitieri. Their relationship endured until his passing in 2017. Together they had a daughter, Claudia Squitieri, born in 1979. Through all the challenges of balancing motherhood and career, Claudia Cardinale always placed family close to her heart, often saying that being a mother gave her strength during the most difficult time. Net worth and achievements. By the time of her passing in 2025, Claudia Cardinale's net worth was estimated between $10 and $12 million. Her wealth was built not only from decades of acting in some of the most iconic films of the 20th century, but also from endorsements, royalties, and property investments across Italy and France. Her shelf of awards was impressive. From David Di Donatello Awards in Italy to Golden Globes and numerous lifetime achievement honors from festivals around the world. Yet Claudia herself often downplayed these accolades, saying that her greatest reward was the ability to bring stories to life and to move audiences. Cause of death. While details surrounding her final days were kept private, family representatives confirmed that Claudia Cardinale passed away peacefully in Rome. After a long battle with age-related health complications, her remarkable journey came to a natural end. There was no sudden tragedy, but rather a gentle farewell to a life fully lived. In the final years of her life, she had slowed her public appearances, yet she remained deeply respected, often celebrated with tributes at film festivals and by humanitarian organizations. Legacy. Claudia Cardinale leaves behind a body of work that continues to inspire generations of filmmakers and actors. She was more than a glamorous screen presence. She was a pioneer who reshaped the image of women in cinema. Her roles in The Leopard, 8½, and Once Upon a Time in the West remain etched in the memory of world cinema. For fans, she will forever be the woman with the radiant smile, the deep, soulful eyes, and the undeniable strength that lit up the screen. For the film industry, she is a symbol of European cinema's golden age, a bridge between Italian artistry and international stardom. And for her family, she is remembered as a devoted mother and partner. Tribute. As the curtains fall on Claudia Cardinale's remarkable life, we celebrate not just the actress, but the woman behind the legend. Her story began in Tunisia, blossomed in Italy, and reached every corner of the world. She lived a life of independence, courage, and beauty, leaving behind a legacy that will shine forever. Though she is no longer with us, every time the lights dim in a theater and one of her films begins to play, Claudia Cardinale's spirit will live on. Rest in peace. Claudia Cardinale, a star whose light will never fade.